Very carefully, want to spray it in the direction away from the water so that it get it a little damp, and then come back and shake a little bit more of the grass on top of that. Now you can continue on with bushes. Those that we made earlier are now dry. You want to get as much different things in there as possible. Remember, we had the tips here of the evergreens that we made. Taking some of these tips and giving it just a little bit of spray on it of the cement, and then taking some of the yellow flour that's also in your kit, sprinkling a little of that on it. It can now bring in some color into the layout as well. And you also want to get in some of those small junipers that we made earlier. Now with the palm trees, very carefully make a little hole. Put a little cement on them and stick them down in the hole that you just made. And of course, we have other palm trees as well here that we're going to work with. So we will make a little hole for those and glue it into position. Okay, now that we've got our oasis next to the water done, let's check and see how this looks against the pyramid again. Oh, it's starting to look pretty good, isn't it? We need a way to get to our pyramid, so let's go and get our brush, and we'll just go and make the pathway right here. We'll dampen a little bit. Okay, now remember, this will loosen it up so we can come by now. With our finger, we'll just make a worn path right through here. Remember, we have in our kit, we also have the fine talus. We're going to take it and just spill it out across the edge over here. Pile it up a little bit. And now you want to secure this by taking your spray cement again and just saturate that. And that'll just blend right in with the existing base we have going on it. That's looking pretty good. And I think we should, before we do the water here as well, put a few more of the rocks over here, just like we did here. And that'll give it a little bit more of a sandy, rocky shoreline. Put down just a little bit here and there of our cement. And get some more of the rocks. Gives it a much more interesting shoreline. Now we can come back with the water finally. And when you apply this, put just a little bit right in the center, and then very carefully with the brush, work it up to the stones. Put a little more. Working it out to the other edge. And the water is done. You'll have to let it dry overnight, and it'll come back nice and clean. Any of the high spots won't be high. It'll level itself out automatically on it, so you won't have to worry about it. Well, it's been 24 hours, and as you can see now, the water is nice and dry, shiny. But let's finish it up. Put the project glue all over the bottom. And place it in position. Now the next thing to do is to blend things in. And we'll work a bead around the whole outskirt of the pyramid. We still have some of the brown talus mix left over that we were using here in the ruins earlier. So we'll put some of that around first, right into that cement that we just put down. And we'll just shake this all up and down so it acts like rubble that is broken loose over the years.
Did you know the Great Pyramid of Giza was built with more than 2 million stones? They were estimated to weigh 2.5 tons each.
And then remember, we had some of the stuff, the scrapings that we had taken off earlier. We still have some of that. I'm going to take and put that into where it blends right in with that. And now finish it off with more of that spray that we made up the other day. There, that's looking really good now. Of course, don't forget to take credit for it. Put your label on what it is. If you want, you can get the background and put that on here and paint up maybe an Oasis scene behind it, or a couple of other pyramids, a Sphinx or something. Make it a little more three-dimensional, like this is part of the picture. The point is, have a good time with it and have fun. Get yourself another A.